Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Cops reveal 23 potential victims of one of UK's worst rapists have come forward after predator drugged and filmed women. Police have revealed 23 potential victims of one of the UK's worst rapists have come forward after the fiend drugged and filmed women. Zhenhao Zhu was found guilty of raping 10 women between 2019 and 2023 in the UK and China and will be sentenced in June. The 27-year-old stupefied his victims using vast amounts of alcohol or drugs to fulfill his depraved sexual fantasies. He then carried out horrific sex attacks, which he filmed to keep as souvenirs to watch back for his own private sexual gratification. After his conviction, the Met Police revealed Zhu could have targeted at least 50 other women who are yet to be identified. Officers launched an international appeal for potential victims to come forward. The force today confirmed 23 people have got in touch to say they may have been raped by Zhu. It is not yet clear if the 23 people are included in the police estimate of 50 women, or if they are further potential victims. Metropolitan Police Commander Kevin Southworth said, "Given how prolific Zhu seems to have been, there is every potential he could be one of the most prolific offenders that we've ever seen in this space." Work is now underway to see if the 23 fresh potential cases could result in Zhu facing further charges. Detectives examined 1,270 separate videos, along with 9 million messages recovered from his devices to reveal more victims. They, along with 8 of the 10 women Zhu was convicted of raping, have not been identified by police. Police released an image of jewelry and clothing that the fiend kept as twisted souvenirs in a bid to track down potential victims. Mr. Southworth said, "Of those 10 victims, several were not identified so as we could be sure exactly where in the world they were, but their cases, nevertheless, were sufficient to see convictions at court." There were also, at the time, 50 videos that were identified of further potential female victims of Zhenhao Zhu's awful crimes. We are still working to identify all of those women in those videos. We have now, thankfully, had 23 victim survivors come forward through the appeal that we've conducted, some of whom may be identical with some of the females that we saw in those videos, some of whom may even turn out to be from the original indicted cases. During his trial, jurors were told Zhu first came to UK in 2017 to study engineering at Queen's University in Belfast. In 2019, he began a master's degree at University College London before beginning a PhD there in 2021. The court heard between 2019 and 2023, he raped 2 of the women in London, while the other 8 were at unknown locations in China. Mr. Southworth said, "We have victims reaching out to us from different parts of the globe. At the moment, the primary places where we believe offending may have occurred at this time appears to be both in England, here in London, and over in China. We haven't had any victim survivors yet report an offense in Belfast, but we're open-minded about that. Given how active and prolific Zhu appears to have been with his awful offending, there is every prospect that he could have offended anywhere in the world. We wouldn't want anyone to write off the fact they may have been a victim of his behavior, simply by virtue of the fact that you are from a certain place. The bottom line is, if you think you may have been affected by Zhenhao Zhu or someone you know may have been, please don't hold back. Please make contact with us." Haunting videos recovered by police showed victims being raped while they were unconscious or semi-conscious and slurring their words. In one, the woman appeared to have bruising to her eye, cheekbone, and above the eyebrow. Another victim, who was drugged but conscious, cried out, "I don't want," as she was attacked by Zhu. His depraved crimes came to light in November 2023 when one brave woman, a Chinese national, reported him to the police. She told how she was dragged into a bedroom by Zhu, who made her drink vodka laced with drugs before he raped her. Officers raided Zhu's flat in London and found a variety of date rape drugs including ketamine, Xanax, and MDMA. They also discovered multiple 500 ml bottles of butanediol, which is made into well-known date rape drug, GHB, by the body when swallowed. Police recovered his devices, which uncovered an unprecedented wealth of material for them to investigate. They found Zhu was constantly engaged in conversations on social media sites like WeChat and Little Red Book, which led to more than 9 million messages being uncovered. Officers will now use those sites to get their appeal for further victims across. Mr. Southworth said detectives are looking to understand what may have happened without wishing to revisit the trauma, but in a way that enables the potential victims to give evidence in the best possible way. He added, ultimately, now it's the investigation team's job to professionally pick our way through those individual pieces of evidence, those individual victim stories, to see if we can identify who may have been a victim, when and where, so then we can bring Zhu to justice for the full extent of his crimes. Anyone who thinks they may have been targeted by Zhu to contact the force either by emailing survivors at Met Police, UK, or via the Major Incident Public Portal.